You've probably heard people talk about the importance of communication before. Most of the time, it sounds like common sense. But communication inside organizations is not just about speaking clearly. It shapes perception, it shapes reputation, and it shapes opportunity. I've seen highly capable people get overlooked simply because they could not communicate their value effectively, while others, sometimes less capable, were perceived as far more valuable because they understood how leadership actually consumes information. There is a saying that perception is reality. There is truth behind that. Communication is not something you master by watching a video. It comes from experience, from repetition, from understanding how people actually make decisions inside organizations. Because communication is not about what you think is important, it's what the other person thinks is important. Everyone has a different way of providing and receiving information. Learn the habits of your audience. If you get this wrong, your message may get lost. As a former CTO, I see organizations placing people into categories. Every employee has a role, a salary, and a defined responsibility. The puzzle fits, so leadership stops thinking about it. Our attention shifts to more urgent problems. But every interaction gives people new information. Let's say Joe is a senior manager, Jack is a software architect. Jack gets straight to the point in meetings. Joe over-explains and loses the room. And over time, those moments become reputation. Sometimes all it takes is one interaction, because every interaction either reinforces confidence or introduces doubt. That is why communication matters. Executives move from meeting to meeting all day long. Their participation is usually very simple. They are trying to answer 3 questions. What do I need to know or do? Why is that important? What decision do I have to make? That's it. If your communication does not allow them to answer those questions quickly, you are creating cognitive load instead of clarity. And if you need something, ask. Many people avoid making direct asks. But if you need support, resources, alignment, or a decision, say it clearly. If there is no ask, you are often just sharing information instead of driving action. A lot of people think a status update means saying everything is good, no updates. That adds very little value. Strong communicators explain what challenges appeared, how they handled them, and what improved because of their actions. Did you make it faster, cheaper, better? That is how leadership begins associating you with real value. And if things are not going well, communicate early. Leadership hates surprises. Most problems are manageable when surfaced early. And guess what? By sharing it early, it's not your problem alone anymore. They all share the problem now. Another skill you need is conciseness. Most people naturally want to explain full context, but executives do not have time for full context first. They have limited windows of attention, and once your time is up, the conversation moves on. So do not spend 10 minutes building up to the point. Get to the decision, get to the ask, get to the impact. If you want to steer them towards a decision, this is the time to do that. Say your recommendation, justify it, ask for endorsement. It's now their decision to back you up or not. Also, you never know when an executive will say, "I apologize, I only have 15 minutes today." So do not get attached to your slides. A 20-page deck means nothing if you run out of time. Know your key messages. Know your asks. Make every minute count. Lastly, never blindside your boss in a skip-level presentation. You never want your boss to look like they lost control over any potential problems. You want to make it look like you and your boss are proactively address the problem. If difficult questions may come up from the executive, prepare your boss beforehand. Trust is built through predictability and alignment, not public surprises. And finally, understand leverage. Look around your organization. Who else benefits from the same outcome? When others are aligned with your message, your influence grows without needing more words. So remember this: communication is not just about speaking clearly. It is about how your work is perceived, how decisions are made. It creates the perception that you have things under control, you can handle unexpected problems, and how trust is built over time. Remember, if you cannot define your value clearly, someone else will, and they may not define it in your favor. If you enjoyed the video and would like to hear more stories and lessons from the executive world, let me know in the comments. There's a lot more to explore. Thanks for watching.